slowly falling down cooler闇へ but never going back touch 向かえどうして高く上げてなお大ボーナなんてもうグッバイしょこりもなくファイナカマと Need another day I will run away from nothing no more どこまでも笑がってこう今超えてく Also ready to break it up I'm not afraid yeah break it Keep it point in the dark 自分の力に変え wipe out 今ねじ曲げる視線 I never fall in I never ever care for them 今立ち向かう and I defeat myself I gotta go, skin myself, save for backwood I gotta go, skin myself, see a suspect Time away from me, it's not my shadow Smoke, let us set my tongue on this fix I could Nobody knows, cause I can't flow Live fast for the
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm going to be talking about this YouTuber from Nebraska. Let me get straight to the clip so you guys can get context of what's going on. He literally tries to derail a freight train in order to get views. And unfortunately, again, the video is muted. You can only hear me talk besides the music that's playing. But it's crazy enough. This is a legit absolute maniac we're talking about. I don't care if the person's young, but he's claiming in the video he can't swear. He's pretending to be worried, freaking out. He's trying to play it off. He's trying to play it off as if he had no clue that the train was going to be derailed, as if he took no part of it. But I'm sure it's clear from the title that he said he was planning to derail the train. And besides the money being lost, it's more important than that. It's about the lives that he could have actually ended up taking. But good that he is getting 14 years. I did want to bring this up because I feel like these pranks, I'm not kidding, I feel like if anybody decides they want to go on public harass people or put people's lives, this is the point I'm trying to make about pranks nowadays. When people are out in public, they're going out of the way, actually outright willing to harm people, and they show no care. They're not remorseful for their own actions. And this is a 17-year-old to talk about, based on what I read. So he won't be able to live his adult life. He will, but he's gonna be a lot older. Because if we were to add 14 years, he's gonna be past his 30s. And again, there shouldn't be any slaps on the wrist, whether that person happens to be a minor or a teenage boy, teenage girl, whatever. It isn't surprised. I'm not surprised anymore because people are considering this being insane. From a lot of the freak incidents. Will you be surprised to know that there's thousands, there's more than hundreds of I wouldn't say more than 100,000, but there's more tens and thousands of videos that are like that going on in the world. So even though people could say he's a minor, he made a huge mistake, this is gonna ruin the rest of his life, but he literally brought it upon himself. He knew fully, it's not like this kid didn't know the difference between right and wrong. He tried to use his age as an excuse, and that's what really kills me nowadays with these people. Some of these people believe, oh, they're still a minor, they're still 17, they're not an adult yet, or younger, and they feel they can just do whatever they want. This free will is just getting way too out of hand, you guys. Now there needs to be severe consequences. I'm not gonna say all ages. I'm talking about for teenage kids, maybe preteens that are possibly around the ages 10 to 11 and 12. They need to suffer the consequence too. They need to face actual serious punishment. Of course, when they do get arrested, they need to be sent to a child facility, where all the other youth is, a juvenile the juvenile prison. Because of course, And that's the thing I did want to bring up. The moment they reach 18, the moment they become they reach their adolescence, they shift from juvenile prison to like adult prison. And that's where I think a lot of these kids get really twisted. That's something that they're not fully aware of, and I want them to be able to realize, if you're in prison as a kid, and yeah, even though you'd be happy to be missing out on school, does not mean you're gonna get out of jail the moment you become 18. You're still gonna have to do your sentence, but it's gonna be at like again an adult prison where you're gonna be with other men, or like for this kid, and including girls, they're gonna be going to an adult prison full of other women. But I honestly should not be surprised. Mario, I've done videos like this, bring it up, but I'm sure the owner of that freight train are really pissed off the amount of money they could lost and the damages too. But the only concern is really for the people that could have been possibly harmed. And it seemed like this kid had no slight bit of sympathy. He did not show any like concern for the people's safety. And again, it may not just be like merchandise. It may not just be like stuff that's being shipped to someone else's house. There are people in that train, and you got to think about it. The possible lives you could have actually like ruined. But this trend really needs to die, you guys. This trend should not ever really be a thing, and I feel like it's gonna keep getting worse because I feel like, and again, I'm not saying it's just for the people. I'm not saying it's for like the Gen Z kids who start when they grew up. They start having social media when they're like toddlers, watching on using their tablets or whatever. I personally believe that more people are just too accustomed with this type of like behavior, and people need these type of, you got to make sure they feel more uncomfortable so they never continue with this type of behavior. And it sucks because again, people out there trying to live their life in peace, want to enjoy, not be bothered, not be disturbed. That's why you have some people who want to be isolated, who want to live in the forest, want to have their own house where there isn't too many neighbors, where it isn't too crowded. But to be real, you guys, my only concern was really the people that were in there. Again, people do lose money. There are damages. That still sucks. Again, I do feel for the owner who end up having to like lose money because some idiot decided to damage their property. But I think it's only really important for everyone to feel sorry for the people who may have possibly end up losing their lives. Again, he could have cost a lot of people's lives. That's really all that matters, you guys. But again, I'm not saying I don't feel bad for the person who did lose money, but at the end of the day, it's not that much of an impact compared to what I talked about, like how money is not as important compared to the lives of like humans. And that will never be. Let me be clear, you guys. Money will not be. Money will always be overshadowed. Will never be overshadowed. Will always be overshadowed by people. I was gonna say will, but people will. Again, people will overshadow. People will overshadow people for money. But based on the law or like people who have morals, money will always be overshadowed by people, and which they should. And it does matter because these people could play an important part in life. They are contributing to society to help people. This could be someone's helping benefit. We don't know. But there are people who have a life that may not be meaningful to everyone, but may be meaningful to others. So you got to be considerate. But for the guy who damaged the freight train, the kid who's getting 14 years. No, again, no sympathies coming from me. That's obvious, and I hope he gets a wake up call. And whether he's willing to get help or not, that's all on him. But I feel like, considering the years he's getting, I think it's gonna be too late, and he might just continue being a degenerate even when he grows old. So I wouldn't want him anywhere in society or in the public, because imagine the type of damage he'll do afterwards once he gets out. It may be for jokes, but it could be out of frustration because of how long he's been in prison. Well, but again, he did deserve it, so I can't feel sorry for someone like that. It was all a matter of time of how they're going to handle this, and that would be the result. But overall, I feel like I said enough here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check the notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
また夜が明ければお別れ夢は時幻に